Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel techCodio. My name is Bharat Kumar. In previous video, I taught decorators in Python. So now in this video, we are going to focus on part 9.1 generators and iterators in Python. Right? So now let's quickly see the agenda what we have for today. So firstly, I'm going to discuss what is iterable. After discussing this iterable, you'll get an overview what is iterator. And then we'll discuss what is iterator. After discussing iterator, I will give you a following example for this iterator. By knowing these two concepts, you can able to understand these generators easily. Then we will see what is a generator and then a following example for this generator. I hope the agenda is clear. So guys, before diving into the lecture, I'm requesting you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also give me some support and then hit that like button. So guys, now let's see what is iterable. It is a definition for the iterable. Let's quickly go through it. An iterable is any Python object capable of returning its members one at a time. Iterables include sequences like list, tuples, strings, as well as objects like dictionaries and sets. So what is the mean by this definition means? I would like to explain this definition with an example. Here I am going to take one variable lst. In that I am going to pass list values up to 5. Now I am adding one for loop for this list. For I in list, I want to print lst. You can see it is giving the list for 5 times. It is not giving the elements in the list because I print here list only. Now just replace lst with I. You can see it is giving the elements one by one in this list, once at a time. See here, its members one at a time. In the list we have these 5 members, that means 5 elements. It is giving all the elements one at a time. It is known as iterable. In that iterable we can include list, tuple, string, dictionaries and sets. So guys, in previous videos I thought about all these concepts along with the for loops also. If you have any doubt regarding these concepts, so please go back to my channel and then watch these videos. I'll leave a link in the description below and also in the I buttons. Just check it. Now replace this square brackets with the parenthesis. Here it is tuple. Yeah, you can see it is giving the same elements because we have same elements. Let me remove this 5. You can see it is giving 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now I want to give string. In the string I'm gonna pass techCodio. Yeah, you can see it is giving every character one by one at a time, TECH, like that. Now let's take sets A, 2 and B and 3. Yeah, in the set we have 4 elements. It is giving 4 elements. Like that I want to pass dictionary also. For this A key I am giving apple. For this B I am giving ball. But see here, it is giving only the keys but not giving the values. There is a function called items in the dictionary. When we call this function to this dictionary, it will give the key with respect to value to it. Yeah, you can see it is giving key and then value, key and then value. So the iterable means returning its members one at a time. It is known as iterable. We can include these 5 data structures from Python to this iterable concept. You get an overview what is iterable. When you know this concept, then you can easily understand this iterator concept. So guys, let's move forward. We have this question, what is iterator? An iterator is an object representing a stream of data. It is an object with a next method that returns the next item in the stream when called and raises a stop iteration exception when no more data is available. An iterator is also an iterable, but it can be exhausted. See guys, in this iterator, for example, assume that this my list is a variable. In that we have list values. Iterator is going to represent this list as a stream of data. We are calling each of this element by using next keyword. It will return the next method that returns the next item in the stream when it called. When we call this method, it is going to return all these values one by one. Here we are getting all the members at a time, but here when we call this next method, it is going to give only one item at a time when called, and raises a stop iteration exception when no more data is available. After this 5, it is going to give this exception, but here it won't give any exception. When no more data is available, then only it will give this exception. See here, an iterator is also an iterable but can be exhausted. That means in the list, if there is no data is present, it won't give any exception. But here it is exhausted here after this 5. Then it is raising this exception. It is a concept. My list values. 5 values I have given to my list. Now here I am going to use this iter keyword. Basically with this keyword you can iterate all these elements in the list like this. That's why we need iter keyword. Here my iterator, I am going to pass this my list to this iter variable. Iter keyword, iter, and then I am passing my list here. You can see it is giving this object. Step 1 is completed. In the step 1 we are creating my list container, and then in the step 2 we are passing iterator keyword, and then in that iterator we are passing this list value. It is going to return, it is the iterator, list iterator. Now with the help of next keyword I am going to pass this my iterator. See, it is giving 1. When I run it again, it is giving 2, again 3, again 4, again 5. Now it is going to give error. See, stop iteration. It is the error it is giving when no more data is available, right? Like that it is the same process, but here we are getting only one by one. Now to handle this exception, we can use try and except block. In previous videos I explained this concept, try and except. If you haven't watched that video, go and watch it. Now you can see we are getting this error after completing the all data in the list. Now I want to run it through the while loop. While true, I am going to pass this value to this item, and then I am printing this item. Except stop iteration. Let me print this message. No data is available in the my list. Now let's run this. No data is available. So guys, here I forgot to add this break statement here. You can see it is running like this only. We need to restart this kernel. Now let me run it again. You can see it is giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then no data is available in my list. So the while loop will execute until this try block. After this print statement, I am giving a break condition so that the while loop will break. Otherwise it won't stop. That is a logic we need to implement when we are using while loop, right? Now let me add 2 more values to this list. Yeah, you can see it is giving like this one, up to 7, and then no data is available in my list. So we are done with the concept of iterator. In this iterator we used 2 keywords, iter or iter, and then next method. Now let's see the use of iterator. See here, efficient sequential access. Iterators provide a way to access elements of a collection one at a time without needing to access the entire collection at once. This is especially useful for large datasets when loading everything into memory at once would be impractical. So guys, for example, you can see here we are printing only one item at a time, but here in the iterable it is giving all the items at a time. That is the one difference between this iterable and iterator. And the second one is, for example, assume that we have 10 lakh rows in Excel. Sometimes we cannot open this data, So we will chunk this 10 lakhs data into 10 lakhs data by 10. Each Excel will have 1 lakh data, so that we can make use of this data one by one without needing the complete data. Here also it is giving only the one item at a time without giving the all items. See here, entire collection at once. For large data sets, we're loading everything into memory at once. It would be impractical. We cannot load this 10 lakhs data in the Excel once at a time, so that we are just chunking it up. We are dividing Excel into 10 Excel files, and then we are doing the remaining data processing steps. It is a real world use of iterator. The next topic is generator. In this generator, we are going to use this iterator concept. Now, this concept is interlinked with this concept, right? Now let's understand what is generator. A generator is a special type of iterator created using a function with yield statements. Generators allow you to declare a function that behaves like an iterator. Generators are useful when you need to produce a sequence of values lazily, one at a time and on demand, rather than storing it all of them in a memory. So first, let me explain this yield statement. The yield statement is used to produce a value and pass the function, maintaining it safe for the next iteration. For example, let me explain it with an example only. Here I have a function. In this function, I define one list. For item in list, yield item, and here I'm calling this function, and then I'm storing this function in this variable. Let's see, we are getting only the generator object. We are not getting the values. Now let me take this code here. In the place of my iterator, I want to give gen. Now you can see I got these values. Let me make it to 10. Yeah, you can see we got this 10 values. Now let's try to understand clearly what is this generator. See guys, basically it is created using a function with yield statements. It is clear, right? See, we created this function my generator, and then here we are giving this yield and item. But when we return this function, it is giving only this object. It is not giving this values, but giving only the generator. Now we are passing this generator to this next keyword. This concept is there in the iterator. In the iterator only we are using this next. So it is interlinked with iterator concept. Then we are printing this item. In the next we are passing this gen. See guys, we got this one. So I just want to remove all these values. Let me check whether we are getting this stop error or not. See guys, in the generator also we are getting this stop error, stop iteration, right? So that's why for this concept also we are using this try and except, right? See, no data is available in my list because we got already one error. Now it is giving like that. Now it is clear. Special type of iterator created using a function. And then generators allows you to declare a function that behaves like an iterator. Here we declared a function. It is behaving like an iterator, but here we didn't define any function, right? Here we are using this iter keyword, but here we are using this function. That is the difference. Generators are useful when you need to produce a sequence of values lazily, one at a time and on demand, rather than storing it all of them in a memory. It won't store all this data in the memory. It will give one by one only. But here we are storing this in this variable as a memory, and then we are printing it, right? Now let's see use of generator. This simplifies the creation of iterator, provides memory efficiency by yielding items one at a time, enables lazy evolution, generating items only when needed, maintains state automatically between iterations. Now let's see the difference between iterator and generator. See here, class is used to implement an iterator, but here we are using this function. function is used to implement a generator. Here see, we are using this generator. Here we are using this iterator, iter keyword. The second difference is, see here, local variables are not used here, but here all the local variables before the yield function are stored. See, before the yield function, this is a local variable. It is stored, this data, right? But here we are not taking these local variables. Now the third one is iterators are used mostly to iterate or convert other objects to an iterator using iter function. But comes to the generator, generators are mostly used in the loops to generate an iterator by returning all the values in the loop without affecting the iteration of the loop. See guys, in the iterator we are using this iter function, and then we are returning the next values, and then we are returning the values with this next function. But here it is mostly used in loops only. See, it is mostly used in loops. We are calling this function and then we are passing it to the next. The fourth one is iterator uses iter function and also next functions. But in the generator we use only yield keyword. It is a difference. And the final one is, every iterator is not a generator, but every generator is an iterator. Because for this generator we use this iterator concept, but for this iterator we haven't used any generator concept, right? So guys, we are done with the lecture. So guys, I'm requesting you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also give me some support. So guys, bye for now. See you in the next video.